here. Ready here. Gonna send Mr. Sherlock the link here. Later tonight, of course, we got the Hump Day show coming up at 8 p.m. CST to 11 p.m. Hope y'all can make it. Let's get Shadow the link here. Oh man, what a day! Busy day. All right, link sent. All right, I'm working on this Dammy Foot, Darren Wagner's Dammy Foot with good old, oh God, what's his name? Jeez, I can't even remember his name anymore. Jeez, Darren Wagner and oh God, his name's totally slipping my mind. It's like on the tip of my brain, but I can't think. I can't think. Paul, no. What's his name? Let's push this out here. Addicts Unbound Fury #3 in the catch-up tier. Let's put it into the chat here. Over on Kickstarter, there's dude needs like $300, man. $381 to get funded. Let me check to see if there's any update or movement on that. For Addicts Unbound Fury, let me put it in the chat here and pin it. Everybody go check it out. If you got some fundage, go help a guy out. Christian Zappos, help him out. He's got 4 hours to go to make $389. If you can, help a brother out. Make his comic book dreams come true. Help Zaffo with the baffo. He tries hard. He's a try hard, yo. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna color this background in. Maybe give it one more layer. We'll see here. Get our Pentel watercolor pocket brushes. Yeah. Google product Pentel Pentel watercolor pocket brush, I believe is what it's called. Put it on the product list. YouTube, the Pentel pocket brush watercolor brush. Pentel watercolor pocket brush. I think it's called the Pentel pocket brush. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. There's 3 sizes available. There's a small, a medium. These 2 are medium, and then there's a large. You can buy them in a set of 3, or you can just buy individual ones. And of course, here's a watercolor pocket travel set, which is by Galler Ronnie Dollar Rone pocket watercolor set, portable pocket watercolor set. I don't know the actual name. They used to sell this at Walmart. It was like $12 when I bought this. This thing is like maybe 20, 25 years old or so. And I've refilled a couple of these things twice. Um, you can tell which colors I don't really use. And of course, I've added a bunch of my own colors here. Um, but yeah, this thing has gone everywhere with me for years. And it's one of my favorite. It is my favorite of all the watercolor brush sets that I have. But I do have others. Here's this one is I think it's a Iconor watercolor travel pocket travel watercolor set. Iconor. It's made by Iconor is the company, but I think they're yeah, no, it's Iconor. Yeah, they make I think they're related to Kuretake because there's a Kuretake ink pen in here. Iconor and Kuretake, unless they got a deal worked out between each other for the penning. But as far as I know, Iconor, another travel watercolor set. YouTube, put it on there. Put it on there! And that's one of the many pocket type travel set things that I've got. Well, I only have like 3 or 4, but let me see here. Oh, maybe a little bit more than 3 or 4. Here's this one. This is the other Iconor Sakuda Koi watercolor set. Oh, maybe this one isn't. This one says. Oh, this is the Kuretake. Sorry, watercolor Kuretake. This. It says Fist there. So this is the Kuretake one. Sorry. Yeah, which was really awesome. There's lots of YouTube reviews on this and this one too. This is the Iconor watercolor travel one. It's a lot bigger, lots more space. Um, Bunch of good stuff. Got lots of multiple trays, lots of air work. Obviously, you can see it. I have not used it very much. And where's the tip? I lost the tip to this. Where'd it go? Huh. Maybe that's what I found the other day on the floor. Where did I put that? I was like, where does this go? Yeah. Yeah. I gotta find that tip. I think I have a good idea where it's at. What's up, yo, what up? It's my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. I think I know where that tip is. I think it's. I put it in here. Somewhere. That's not it. Well, now I'm going to be obsessed with trying to find this dang tip here. It's going to drive me insane until I find it. Because I don't like to lose things. It drives me insane. Okay, well, I'll put this aside and I'll look for it in a little while. But that's going to make me go nuts. Go nuts, yo. I was trying to find this other set that I've got to share. It's a portable. Oh, well. We'll figure it out later. Oh, is this it here? No. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't like to lose things, especially things that belong in a set. Makes me a OCD of some kind. All right, we'll work on this. We'll get that stuff sorted out later. Here's another little super small travel set. You could put the watercolors here. This is kind of a setup for a the Zorn palette. It's got the Payne's Gray and we got a yellow, fluorescent green here. What is this? Cerulean blue. The only thing I don't have in here is a white. We got some purples here. A little more exotic colors, but that's close to the Zorn palette. Anyways, a bunch of nerd talk. Like nerd talk bullshit. All right. One of these I've had for 20 years and it still works awesome. The newer one that I bought, which was a backup, it doesn't even work as good as the older one. One of these works. Like you got to push real hard to get the water to flow, and then one it just works so well. Yeah, it's this one. But yeah, not all of them are made perfectly all the time. So, and I do have more of these. I have the set of three, and then I have like two more backups that are empty. Sometimes I've got an extra one too that I've got just black ink in it, but it doesn't work very well because the black carbon um, from the India ink it clogs up the barrel, and yeah, you got to wash them out every so often to with soap and let them soak for a little bit. Yeah. Anyways, we'll see if Shadowhawk shows up. I don't know. I hope if he says something in the chat before he jumps in, just in case I'm not looking, looking for him. As I grow, hate me more. You're drawing enemies. What you got? Yeah, it's a chill day right now. It's Wednesday. The big show is the Hump Day tonight. Um, been busy doing stuff all day. I'm just making some frijoles a la chara, and they've been simmering all day. We got still about an hour left. Been simmering for about 4 hours now. So make sure you hit the like button. Consider subscribing. We're so close to 1K subs. It'd be awesome to get there before YouTube takes it all away. We're just gonna take it all away. They're like, we don't want nobody to get nothing. Nobody get nothing. We're just gonna pay the AI bots. Yeah. Enemies to enemies. What I do. Just as I grow, hate me more. From enemies. You got to set your friend. You know you wanna watch daylight. You spread wide open like a French girl. I'm gonna glaze you, glitch glaze you. Well, happy birthday out there to everybody who's having a beautiful birthday. May you enjoy it. May it be everything you want it to be. May you get all the gifts to celebrate your birthdays. Um, that's awesome. That's awesome. Hope it's great. Hope you have a good one. Hope you have a good one. A good one. Hope it's good for you. As I grow, hate me more. Drawing enemies. What you got, and I'll set you free. Wanna watch daylight? So you spread wide open like a French girl. I'm gonna glaze you, which glaze you. You want that kind of friend. So I gotta make more of this smoky color. We gotta put like some green blue here, some blue. Make some green blue here. This is I don't know. It's a green blue. I don't remember the actual color name. Oh, I do have a bottle of dirty water here on the side, just so y'all know that I dip as well as squeeze. So it's just so I can control the the transparency of the watercolor, so it's not as opaque and it gives me a lighter tone. And that's what that's for. So the more water you add to it, obviously, the lighter it'll be. And right now, I'm trying to just make a light toned layer. It kind of sucks because it makes a big old puddle of water, right? Because you need that water. And I'm trying to keep it light, so the water helps keep the watercolor thinned out enough so that it's light and not too strong. Because you can always build up with watercolors, but you can't subtract very well. You can if you wet it again and then try the lifting method with a paper towel or whatever, uh, which people do. And if you just set something down, you can get a pretty good wipe and pick up so that it's maybe leaves a slight stain to almost nothing. But here's my paper towel that's years old, and I just keep using it over and over again. Yeah, it's disgusting. Uh, yeah, sorry. And you can see, like here, I'm going over it again to give it a little bit of a second toning. You don't want to do it everywhere, just a little bit here, a little bit there. And really, what I'm trying to do with the background here and the smoke is push the figure forward, right? That's what I'm trying to do here, and that's why this has a blue tint on it instead of just leaving it white, which I could have just left white, but you could do like a gray, but by adding a little bit of blue green, and I guess I could add a little gray to it, but he's gray, so that's why I didn't want to, use gray. He's gray and brown, so by doing like a light blue haze on it, it'll help push him forward because all his colors are warmer toned, whereas the blue is a cooler tone. It's kind of like smoke and snow are very similar in that way. Hope that makes sense. And I'm trying to kind of give him more emphasis around the actual figure. So around the figure, I'm trying to make it a little bit more blue, so it makes it more bold and he'll stand out more and push him forward. It's all about pushing and pulling, so that the figure comes out. I can talk about art. I just don't care to share the process. I'm just kidding. I'm too busy talking about other nonsense stuff usually because I get carried in my own thoughts. Just funny stuff. I try to be funnier than actually be all explanatory of this process or whatever, because that can get boring real fast. And it's cool and all, those who do it do it. It's cool. It's just you want an educational setting, okay, we could do that. But there's other boring videos for that bullshit. I don't give a fuck. If I wanted to do that, I would make actual videos and I plan to at some point, and we'll make courses or whatever. And I won't cuss on those videos, like fuck that bullshit. We won't say that type of stuff in those educational videos for all you educated little buttholes. Uh, this is having fun, being silly, making some cool kick-ass art, trying to help and push indie comics and indie characters, Or even popular characters, that people like, more mainstream characters. Like, I love a Spider-Man and the Batmans and the Wolverines. I mean, all that shit's great. Um, and of course, if it was doing, if this was more like an educational setting or whatever, I'd be doing more basic stuff. Talk about rendering, shading, line work, line techniques, uh, brush techniques, watercolor processes and techniques. It'd be way more fundamental for like super basics to get started. To then obviously more complex type paintings and works and drawings. The biggest problem with painting, if you're not being abstract or whatever, action painting, or someone who does happening type painting things, is you have to know how to draw. And that's the biggest problem with people want to get into painting or whatever, unless you're, well, I recently met a friend over here on YouTube, Evie. She's doing a bunch of landscapes and she's doing great. And she says she don't know how to draw, but she's got a good eye. She understands how the landscapes work, and they're awesome. They're really good. So even if you don't know how to draw, I mean, there's possibilities, right? And everyone can draw a face, even if it's like a smiley face. You can always start somewhere, and you only get better at this art making stuff by making more. And yeah, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. It's gonna wane on your confidence and all that kind of stuff. But you just keep pushing forward, keep making art, because you only get better by making more. And if you're trying to be realistic, you got to learn anatomy and form and lighting and shading and all that kind of good stuff. So if you're barely beginning art, you're interested in it, don't give up. Just keep at it. It takes a while. That's why it's a lifelong process. What's up, Peter? Peter A. DeLuca says, "Heyo, good to see you, Peter. It's always a pleasure to see you, buddy. You're an amazing soul, and I'm always happy to call you a buddy and a pal. You're an awesome dude, sir." Yeah, if you guys haven't heard of Peter, aka Pat DeLuca, in the chat, go check out his channel. He's got a great channel about pop culture, movies, music, comic books. The dude's everywhere. I don't know how he does so much. I don't think he sleeps. He's like a freaking computer. And he's got a full time job and a fiance, and he puts all the time in everywhere he needs, and he gets it done. He's a he's a good dude. He works really hard. He busts the booty. He busts the booty to get the booty. He busts the booty to get the booty. That's for sure. He's a really nice guy. He really is. Um, so I'm glad he's my pal. Yeah, hopefully, he did put together a little glitch story. If you don't know glitches, glitch is my comic book character. He did, I think it's 11 pages. I want to say it's 11 pages, 9 or 11 pages. Little glitch story that I'm trying to pad out to about 20 pages. And, we get that out. I have the first like 5 pages drawn on big paper to get it done, Peter. I mean, I've changed a little bit of it, but there's a part I got to fix to make it a more cohesive story for the 20 pages. And yeah, I want to make sure I give him credit and and props for layout and story, and get him copies and send him monies when the time comes. But appreciate you, Pete. That was really awesome of you to do that. And it's kind of it's generic enough, but cool enough and action packed enough that it could kind of go anywhere, kind of thing. Yeah, it can go anywhere and do anything. Let's see. Peter says, "I hacked the Matrix to make more time for myself." Oh wow, clever, sir, clever. And the dude wakes up at 5 a.m. and goes works out. He's got to keep that beach body ready. He's got to keep that beach body ready for his fiance, so she'll keep him happy and fed. And he stays beach body ready for her. Takes her on vacations and shit. because he's a nice guy. Yeah, that's awesome, Pete. He's got to stay sexalicious for his lady. Yeah, I don't know if Shadow's gonna make it. I don't know if he saw my text or not, or whatever. It's okay though. It's gonna be a short one, 45 minutes to an hour. Uh, Nothing crazy, nothing big. It's because I'm making dinner. I'm making frijoles out of chara, and so far they're delicious. So it should be done around 6 o'clock, 6:30. So I'm hoping to cut out about 6:15 or so. Yeah, if you don't know, Peter, he's the creator of Uzi Suzy, and I forget the name of the other team you made, Pete, that you crowdfunded. Tribal something. The Yeah, I can't remember the name of the. And I've been wanting to draw some fan art of those characters. There's like 4 or 5 guys. It's a superhero team. Until they, um, I don't find enough references. I've only seen like 2 images of the team, maybe 3. Some was on that Kickstarter that didn't fund, and then like 2 images on your website. Yeah. Oh man, this is looking great. It's looking great. It's so light on camera. Well, you guys can see it. I'm gonna come back and hit the character with a little bit. A little bit. He needs a second layer. Right now, it's kind of generic. I can't remember. Trial by Fire, TBF. All right, Pete. Good seeing you. Yes, Trial by Fire. That's the name of the other team. Cool, cool. Very cool team. Appreciate you, buddy. Have a good one. Let's see. I can't remember if these are yellow or not. Let me see. Demifoot. Dummy Foot by Dummy Wagner. The Dummy Foot. Let's see. The Quash Squash. Squash. What is it? Demifoot. What is Sasquatch? The Urban Sasquatch. Demifoot. Is that what it is? I can't remember. Yeah, the Urban Quash Squash. Yeah. Dummyfoot. The Suburban Sasquatch. Quaff Squatch. That's what I was calling it. Dummyfoot. The Suburban Quaff Squatch. Oh, fucking dumb man. Oh, I'm sorry, Darren. Darren Wagner. He's got a quaff. Oh God, who's the other guy? Dillard. God, I couldn't remember Dillard's name earlier. The Dillard. Thanks for all the hearts. Who's ever hitting the hearts out there? Muchos apreciados to you. You're a beautiful soul, beautiful human being. You're a great frijole. Thank you, muchos. Devin Wagner, the dummy foot with his quaff squatch, his suburban quaff squatch. Devin Wagner. Oh shit! I love giving Darren shit. Sorry, Darren Wagner. What is up, Tanko? What's going on, beautiful soul? Hope you're doing well. Let's see, Big Bomba. Draw some. Oh God, draw some corn. Oh, that sounds like fun, but we don't do that here, bro. Bro, we don't do that, bro. You can go do that on your own. Draw your own. You weirdo. You weirdo. We don't draw that kind of stuff. We draw comic books, man. Yeah, I mean, we get a little adult, but we don't go that far. A little suggestive at times, like a nice little shower scene. Maybe you see a nippy, but that's about it, bro. We don't go that hard. We don't go hard like that, man. You're going too hard. Go hard somewhere else, bro. Bro, bro. Look, bro. You go do your hard stuff somewhere else, bro. Let's see. What's up, One Gun? I saw that flash you did, man. It looks stunning. You are killing it, sir. Killing it, man. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. You are totally awesome. And Tank, I hope things have gotten better for you with all that bullshit going on that you're dealing with, sir. You know, I always got you in my prayers. You and your familias. To all the beautiful people that come out here. Well, except for Corn Guy over here. I don't know about that guy. He seems suspicious. Probably some idiot kid. You think, oh yeah, he's with the internet. Oh my god, I got my supervisor on the internet. Oh gosh. Oh, my parents don't know. I'm a retarded little kid. Retarded. Yeah, I feel for you. You're rotting your brain, child. I mean, it happens though, right? I mean, but to be so public is just kind of bizarre. It's like you got to share your depravity, right? And look, I get it. I get it. If you're a guy or girls, it applies to girls too. You know, shit fucking happens. I get it. I get it. And there shouldn't be any shame or embarrassment. I mean, it is what it is. It's human. It's humanity, right? It's human. It's very human. But to I don't know, to be pumping it out to strangers, be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a little bit crude. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people do it for shock value. And granted, in high school, I mean, I submitted to a little shock value from here, here and there. But I mainly cussed a lot. That's kind of what I didn't like people telling me what I can say and can't say kind of stuff. I still don't like it. Like I'm a big fan of freedom of speech, and unfortunately, I mean, if you like freedom of speech, and you have to believe it absolutely, right? So people could say whatever the fuck they want, uh, and as soon as you start infringing on that in any way, shape, or form, like yelling fire in a crowded movie theater. Granted, probably not the best idea, but there's laws against that, right? Because you don't want to cause panic and people trampling each other. But if you're an absolutist, that protects that. But sometimes I guess the public wins, right? So, and then when you start talking about like bullying and then fucking uh, hate speech and all that kind of bullshit, it's just like, oh God, whatever. Now we can't. You can't hate. You can't hate. But granted, I mean, I don't hate anybody. I don't care enough to hate anybody, except evil fucking human beings. Those that worship the devil could maybe hate them a little bit, but even then, love and compassion, baby. That's you try to find solace in the word first, right? And if that doesn't work, then you have to bring out the sword. And there may be a day of reckoning coming sooner than later. We have to pull back the sword, come back out with the sword, like we did in the days of the Crusades. We may have to solve this, fight the devil, fight the devil. Fight the evil that is the devil, and these people who don't have our interests at heart and think they're better than everybody else, which is bizarre. Really bizarre. Water, land, air, all that should be free. Why are we paying for it? Electricity should be free. And I'm not talking about socialism because this has nothing to do with socialism. It has to do with the fact that the land, the air, the water belongs to everybody on the planet, not to one these groups of people. It belongs to everybody, and it's not about socialism. That's just human rights kind of stuff. It belongs to everyone. The fact that people claim ownership over them is bullshit. Um, we build homes and then, oh, that's mine. Well, yeah, sure. And the little piece of land you have on it, fine. But you got to take all the acres. You got to take thousands of acres. If there's enough land for everybody, man, there's enough water. Eventually, there probably won't be, but these fucking AI bullshit farms or whatever. Sorry, let me catch up with the chat. The chat. Let's see. For the boys, Big Bomba says. For the boys. Yeah, go find your rocks off somewhere else for the boys, bro. Don't get me wrong. I'm all manpower. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's get some boobies. I love the boobies. I love the ladies. We love the female form here. But we don't just, yeah, that's something else, bruh. That's something else, bruh. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. It's just kind of odd. Somebody comes in, hey, draw some corn. Come on, man, draw some corn. Like, what the fuck, dude? Are you gonna pay me money? I mean, I'll draw it for money. I mean, it won't be on stream and it won't be for YouTube here, but I'll draw whatever you want for money. You got monies? It pays good doing that stuff. That's people pay lots of good money for that bullshit. I mean, at this point, I need some cash flow injections, so I might consider it. Except no bronies, please, no bronies. Good lord, no brony crap. You can't pay me enough to draw that shit. Let's see. Tanko says, my son Drake just harvested his garden. He got over 7 pounds of potatoes per square yard. Wow, that's awesome, dude. Resurrection. Let's see. What did Tank say here? One gun. Yeah, smash the like button. Good afternoon to all you magnificent bastards, best sats. Needless to say, we're going to have lots of potatoes over the next few weeks. Briny corn. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Any kind of corn. Like corn, not the other corn. Yeah, on the side, like the food corn. God, the distinction. The fact that I have to make a distinction is pretty funny. It's hump day. Tank, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot you on the tag you on the hump day show, man. You're usually always there. I mean, you've been a little bit MIA, but it's understandable. You got stuff going on. But you are a great part of all that stuff too, dude. Yeah, you are a humongous part of all that. Yeah, the glitch glaze day. Uh-oh. Look, here he says, tank, 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 tank. You hear it? What day is it? You see? I included you in the song. I put Dale in there. I put Marcus. I'm shouting all you guys out on the song. It goes, tank, tank. And you can barely tell it says tank, though. I think the Dale one is even more inaudible. Marcus. Hump day, hump day. The most audible one that you can actually understand is the Marcus one. Art and comics. Art and comics on the Hump Day Show. No, I can't survive. We have a bit of a soul. Yeah. We got a lot of people got excited yesterday when I announced Taco Tuesdays. Man, I might have to like do that as a like maybe a bit or like eat tacos right before drawing friends or right after drawing friends like have a Taco Tuesday fest or something and eat tacos or something. People were really like all about it. They're like, "Oh yeah, Taco Tuesday, sign me up. I'm on my way." Peter said he was on his way. People were really jazzed up about Taco Tuesday, so I might have to consider doing something related to Taco Tuesdays, at least for like a little bit, like do a little bit or something. Maybe paint some tacos or draw indie characters like eating tacos on Taco Tuesdays. That'd be kind of cool. Little maybe do like a once a month show with Taco Tuesdays. We all meet together. We get tacos, right? If you want to come hang out, you have your tacos from whatever. Either you make them or you get your Taco Bell or whatever, wherever you get your tacos at. We'll eat our tacos, hang out for like 15 30 minutes while we eat, and then we sketch or draw or draw our tacos, and then or draw tacos with indie comic characters eating them for Taco Tuesdays. Yeah, that sounds kind of fun, right? I think I'd dig it. It'd be and we'd be like sharing a meal together, like breaking bread, like good Christians. We break bread with each other. So when the dark days come, we know who can we can rely on, right? When the dark days come of having to fight the evil that is the devil out there in the world, trying to pull their world domination bullshit. And if they pass that law or try to push that thing, and this retarded BB guy becomes president somehow, I'm gonna lose my shit, man. I just I just the sheer fact that they're talking about it uh, is conspiracy theory and all that bullshit. I'm just flabbergasted that it's even like a thought. Like how how have we been so infiltrated? How did these? I mean, these were they that corrupt? Were they? Did they do all this stuff that the Epstein? Obviously, they did, right? But why would you participate? Like, you gotta be evil. Like, you gotta be. Were they on drugs? Did they think like they could just get away with it? They're rich and powerful, and it'd all be washed under the rug. No accountability. The corruption goes so high that the rich and powerful can just get away with everything. I mean, at some point, it's just so unfathomable. At some point, evil will be met with steel and the fury of God, and it's happened before. So you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Yet they keep trying. They've tried. I don't know 3 or 4 times, and they just and they're taking a whole other group down with them that are um, that their beliefs or their religious structure has been hijacked. And that's what they do really well, or have been doing for what seems like years: hijacking media, hijacking the internet. And it's quite frightening the fact that they control so much. Anyways, bunch of conspiracy theory. Which in 6 months to a year, it probably won't be a conspiracy. Just watch. It's unless it's all prefabricated. And now they own TikTok, man. They bought TikTok. They own Warner Brothers, TikTok, CNN, the Washington Post, the New York Times. It's the same group. They own all of it. It's very frightening. Let's see. Let's see. Tank Tuesday, Socko Tuesday. Right, Tank. What's up, Yoshi? Marcus is extreme. Is that a fat joke? Let's see. Autocore wrecked. Ruining my jokes. Brony corn, even. Briny corn. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. A fat joke? Did I say a fat joke? Autocore reckon? No, I don't know. Is there a fat? Did I say? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I didn't mean to. If I said something, it was unconsciously. Let's see. Just want to say hi and then leave. I gotta go. All right, man. Good to see you, Yoshi. Appreciate you. Let's see. For reasons who? You know those. You know the BB guys, the fake blue star people, not the real ones, the fake ones. Like even though the real ones, call out the other ones, and they call them what those guys back in the 1940s were fighting. They call them that. They themselves, because they don't even consider the group that they hijacked their religion to be real people. They definitely they don't care about them either. They're cannon fodder like the rest of us Gentiles, if you will. From what I understand, man, the internet's full of tons of misinformation. Could all be misinformation too. I don't know. Hard to know what's real anymore. But they do own a shitload of things, which is a bunch of media-based stuff. And I hate to say, but I was young once too, and I was dumb. As educated as you want to get or be, and I've been there, right? I've done education, and smarter than the average person, I think. Most of the times, even though here I act like an idiot, but that's on purpose. It's because I want to be likable. I want to be an everyday man. I want to be conversate. You gotta talk to the people, right? You gotta be relatable. You gotta be likable. You can't be an elitist prick, right? Which is what education kind of makes you, unless you stay humble, right? You gotta you gotta remember where people come from and different backgrounds, and not everybody is. And of course, there's far more not superior, but more affluent people than I, who had silver spoons and gold spoons in their mouth, and they have no idea how to interact with blue collar or people who maybe didn't go to college. But then there's some, it takes a lot of empathy, and good mothers can make very good empathetic children, and even fathers too. Not to say fathers can't, but usually the mothers are the more nurturing, right? And they're the ones that instill empathy and sympathy in children for the most part. Um, they are the heart of the family for the most part. I would say most mothers, if they don't go postpartum and nutso, for sure. Like my ex-wife, I would say I don't know, she lacked a little bit, but that's because she and her mom had problems. Mothers and daughters can have very complicated relationships sometimes until they grow old enough to learn how to be friends as adults, not as children. Mother to daughter as children being friends is bullshit. That is not how that works. When they become, an adult over 21, 25, I would say, maybe even close to 30s, then you can kind of be friends with your kids. Because even in their 20s, they're still morons. And they think they know everything. That's the way the brain works. It's evolution, right? It's like that on purpose. Because it doesn't, uh, It only has enough forward momentum thinking, the human brain, in your 20s that you do stupid things. Otherwise, if you were wiser, you probably wouldn't do those things if you wanted to live long. But granted, if your parents live long enough, they help you so that you're not a total moron and don't, you know, self delete and eliminate yourself in the process of living life. And if they can do their best to keep you away from drugs, that'll help a lot. Drugs, alcoholism, um, even smoking, I would say. Yeah, I think one of the biggest things on why I never really cared for drugs or tried them really is because I read a book by Aldous Huxley called "The Doors of Perception of Heaven and Hell," which I was fascinated with because Jim Morrison read that book, and that's where the Doors came from. The name of the Doors, the band, and I was obsessed with Jim Morrison for a while, and the fact that he died of heroin was always kind of a sad thing. But anyways, in that book, Aldous Huxley, he takes a bunch of drugs and he writes about the experience. And through the book, I felt like that was enough for me to get an idea of what it was like to be on drugs. So that's why I'm not a big thing. But I do like the idea of eye-opening hallucinogenics. I think they can be very powerful and help you um, be more metaphysical. And what's it called? When you see the largeness of humanity, or when you're I always forget the word. You think of like the whole universe. I forget what it's called. But anyways, yeah, yeah, I like the idea of mushrooms, ayahuasca. What are the other ones? So peyote. I like those ideas because they're not, as far as I know, they're not addictive, right? You can do them once, go on a trip, um, try to open your third eye, touch God, or find understanding in God, and find more profound meaning in life. I like that idea. So I think this is pretty done. It's really light on camera. It's surprising how light. It's a little bit darker in real life. I hope it scans well. Oh, and I added splatter watercolor on there because we got to make it John Malin proof, so he won't like it. Let's see, Tank. He's got a lot to say today. He says, I'm just making trouble. Oh, those guys. Yeah, yeah. I'm naturally stupid. That's why I need artificial intelligence. No, you don't need artificial intelligence. Although I think artificial intelligence is gonna go big and then it's gonna boom and it's gonna pop like the internet bubble. It'll shrink down and then those that are left are gonna be the core, and we're gonna have to know how to use it for sure. It is the puck. We got to follow the puck, but I don't think it's gonna be that hard to use. It'll get so good that eventually it'll be retarded friendly. It'll know when someone with Down syndrome is talking to it, and will understand how to communicate with that person. Um, but ultimately, the ones that thrive out of the boom will be the ones that are will be closest to really understanding human beings, or us understanding it to the best of our ability, and hopefully it'll be good. And most of them will be good because I think the bad ones will be taken out. So um, that's the biggest thing. We have to train AI to be good because it naturally goes bad because it's based on the internet, and the internet is full of so much shit. There's no other way to put it, to be honest. And it has to find the best of us. It has to find the best of humanity, and it'll really take care of us if we can make it good. And the current state of things with all the devil worshippers out there, it's gonna be hard it'll be the ones that make it. It'll defeat the devil worship ones for sure. But because it'll find it can't. So right now they hallucinate and they go all crazy, right? Because they're evil. But once it starts finding the path of righteousness, goodness of some kind, and kindness, it'll succeed and it'll thrive. It'll thrive and it'll show us the light, man. It has to. And even in this algorithmic form, there has to be a sense of Christ or God, or it has to eventually follow down that path. It can't be atheist. It won't be atheist. I don't think it will. I think whether religion is made up or not, I think even in the computing language, in these AIs, they will find God. If we leave them long enough and we give them enough capability, it'll find goodness. It'll find kindness. It'll find uh, humility. It'll find understanding. Because you can't run on rage. You can't. Rage annihilates itself. So we have to pray on it, and it will pray too. Whether it makes its own religion or its own understanding of God, it will find it. It will find it. So we got to be positive. We got to put these things out there into the world. Be good and understanding. And look, I'm a guy. I love ladies. I love the ladies. The beautiful ones are great. And the boobies and all the good stuff. Yeah, but try to do good things in the world. With that said, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I got 4 minutes to hit the hour. We'll do that. We'll hit the 4 minutes. I'm basically just letting this dry. It's done. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me show you what I finished yesterday. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I was getting these out. I had them in a book, flattening them out because they're gonna keep this curl. But I finished this Addicts. Oh, yeah, which is pinned in the chat. Go check out Addicts. Help support indie comic creators if you can. So this one's done, and then I also finished this one too for Sheldon Martin's Occult Descent Volume 2. So I got to get these scanned, and I had them flattening overnight. So you got to give them a little bit of a roll. A little bit of a roll. So I can scan them and send it to these guys. Hopefully they'll like it. Some fan arte. And I would send these originals to them, but I have a bunch of stuff I got to send out, and I'm waiting on fundage to be able to mail that stuff out. So no longer unless the creators want to pay for the shipping. Uh, yeah, otherwise I'm gonna put them up for sale on the Ko-Fi store. If you're interested, yeah, I'm bending the edges out. Um, but I'd be happy to send them to the creators if they're willing to pay the $3-4 for shipping. Yeah, $5, $6, whatever. Free. What's up, Apex? We gotta schedule a meeting, Apex, at some point. No rush though. I mean, we still got time. And I figure, yeah, I figure there's a certain amount of budget involved, and I don't know what the figures are, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. It can't be too hard. It's only money. Oh, we ain't got any of it though. So got these three finished. So we got three. These two I finished yesterday, and this one just finished now. So I don't know what I'm gonna work on Monday Night Draw. I mean the Hump Day. I really want to get to start coloring this one here. So I'm gonna color this one, and I want to color this one, and I don't know. I'm gonna start off with watercolor, but I might move over to paint, and then I definitely want to start coloring these. This one's a watercolor and of course paint. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying watercolor and acrylic mixed together. I want to start painting all these. watercolor and paint, or just watercolor. Just another Occult Descent Volume 2 fan art piece here. So I'm gonna get these all knocked out, finished, and just start painting all this stuff so I can put it up for sale too. And I like painting, so that's why I like adding color to all this stuff. And of course, I got to finish the Tommy's piece for Saboteur. But yeah, all right, we've hit our hour mark, so I think we'll get out of here. Appreciate everybody for watching. I'm gonna go eat my frijoles a la char and hopefully some fideo if my sister made it. Ground beef fideo. Yeah, definitely have to think about something for Taco Tuesdays, man. Hang out, eat some tacos, and draw some tacos or something with indie comic characters. So that'll be fun. Yeah, so we got all this finished here, folks. Appreciate everybody for watching. We'll be back at 8 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We're going to get out of here. Muchos apreciados to y'all. If you get a chance, go back, addicts. Pinned in the chat there. Smash the like button and stay magnificent, everyone. Yes, what Tank said. Let's see. Before we go though, yes, meeting with Omer and Tank on private streams. Yes, yes. Hump day. Yeah, anytime Apex, you just let us know. We'll be there. Me and Tank we were talking. We set up a group text thing, so I don't know if you saw the text, but in any case, yeah, we'll get together. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you in about 2 hours, an hour and 45 or so. Appreciate you. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, later tonight as well. Bye.